or afternoon or evening or whatever time zone you're in. I was going to do this yesterday, but something came up. And I was going to be very nice and be very complimentary and let this person over here, which we will call nameless, to let her know that how much I really enjoy her being in my life. Now, the reason I was going to do it yesterday, I don't remember, but whatever it was. She has done more for me in the past 2.5 days than any other woman in my life. She has told me and enlightened me that not only do I have one of the most wonderful people in my life, that I really don't appreciate that person. Now, I think she is mentioning herself, but you know, us old geezers, we don't quite get it anymore. I have no idea why a geezer would want to talk like that. Why can't we talk like Patrick Stewart, you know, and give it the old heave-ho and just fly off to different places? Well, in the meantime, what happened is that I have sort of lost interest in giving her
compliments.
I've now found out that if you compliment somebody, that can be expensive. That can be very expensive because, well, that's beside the point. The point I was trying to make is that I have a female. You are a female, aren't you? I mean, we're not fooling around. You're not going to be one of those that. Well, we don't have any kind of, you know, physical relations, and therefore, I'm guessing, all right. But anyway, getting back to the point that this woman has helped me over a lot of rough spots in my life. I can't think of any of them because basically I try to help her over her rough spots, which now she told me today that she has no friends, nobody likes her, and I'm pretty sure she's including me on that one too. The thing about it is that I don't.
I know, I'm just disappointed in America because they prefer a man. They prefer men.
Wait a minute.
Even if they're...
Now, wait a minute. I'm, you know, hey folks, I'm going to be 75 in about 10 days. And I don't prefer men. I must be one of those...
Even if the man's sitting there with a glass in his hand every time they see him... I must be
one of those latent...
They prefer him, and I resigned to that.
Homosexuals.
I know that the public is more apt to like him. And he doesn't do anything to deserve it, but they're going to... He's a man, he's...
Wait a second now.
And a woman who tries to, you know, a woman like me is just not going to be liked very well. Why? Because, you know, and so now he's going to have to carry the load. He's going to have to carry the load as feeble as he is.
Yeah, but see, the problem is now,
he's going to have to carry it.
At my age, I'm not going to get incompetence. There's other things, you know. I'll be on one of those big diapers pretty soon. You know, so I ain't carrying that load very long or for very far. I'm carrying it right out to the dumper. Now,
well, anyway, he's going to have to carry the load because he still has fans, and my fanship has dropped to practically nothing. You know, a handful, not even worth doing. So. My videos I'm only going to be making maybe once in a blue moon, you know, and just to kind of keep my hand in,
What the
maybe.
hell is a blue moon
Maybe,
mean?
and I'm stopping all my blogging. I've been a very unpopular blogger. Hardly anybody's read me.
I know.
And I thought, this is what happens to women, you know, they
People
try to make
send
a
mail.
difference.
Will
And-
you please
and the
stop
more-
her from blogging? And I go, I don't know.
And the more obnoxious they are, the more, you know, the more obnoxious to the public they become. You know, always taking some unpopular stand. Unpopular is just the name that you get. Unpopular, impossible, so I'm very sorry, but your companion has proved to be, so you're gonna have to carry the load, because you're the kind of person the public likes.
I have to, well,
Addicted,
in that case, I will have to agree.
but
with you.
charming, he's so charming
At
and
the
so
public.
he's decadent, I mean, they love decadent. And he passes for decadent, because
Wait a second. Wait a second.
they don't like reformers, they don't like people preaching about weight, you know,
Wait.
just don't like
what?
women like that. It reminds
Are
them
you
of
talking about people who are obese?
somebody in their
Is that
past.
it?
Yeah.
Well,
They don't like
well,
people
first of
talking about.
all, that's one of the problems. The problem is that almost everybody now for the past 30, 40 years, not in when I actually had brains, were obese, not in my family. But
Don't worry,
now-
they don't care whether you've got any brains left or not. Just as long as you're
Oh, just as long as I'm not too fat, but I'd be as fat
oh
as
no, you
next.
can be as fat as you
Whoa,
want
whoa,
to. You
whoa,
can have a
whoa,
look, you know. You don't have to worry about that. You're a man.
Men don't
As
get
long
fat.
as he's a man, you don't have to worry about your popularity. You're in.
Popularity. Here's another thing I want to get right off my chest. Let's rip it off her. I don't pay any attention to anybody. The statistics. Well, you know, you got 4 hits yesterday, and I didn't get any.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care, and but he's a man, so it doesn't really matter. He can say anything. As long
Well,
as he
no, I
sit
can't
there
say- I
in
can't
his
say anything.
man costume, he's gonna be okay, and he knows it. He
Three-dimensional,
knows
folks.
it. Men have
Three-dimensional.
always had the upper hand. He knows it, and me, you know, I've tried to, you know, I blogged, I've got on my soapbox, I preached, I've raved, I've ranted, and I've done everything in the world, and now I'm resigned. I can't continue on to do this. I've only got a little life left in me from all this struggle, so I'm going to have to stand on what I've done. And
Well, the problem as I perceive it to be is this is supposed to be going on my channel.
well, yeah,
But
you
see,
know,
this is
you've
what
always
happens.
said that I ranted, raved. You know, when you were there,
I know.
do just
I
the
know.
opposite.
I may
You
have-
were there.
I
He
have
doesn't care, folks.
I
He's told
may
me
have
many,
said
many
that,
times.
but
Do I look
now-
like somebody that cares?
Now you're proving what I said was true. You're ranting and raving about.
Just turn people off. And it'd been better if I would just not even bother like you have.
Wait a minute. I see a movie.
He has no
I
principles.
see a movie
He
coming up
doesn't
here.
live by anything.
There.
But you love him, don't you admit it? Just love him. Love him to death.
I know.
He's a man, and
See
he's,
that?
you know,
She's
he's
slapping
gonna
me
be-
again. I told her she could slap me anytime she wants. Bang! So right
do I
to the
sound a little bitter?
mouse.
Yes, I am. I am bittered. I am embittered. I'm disappointed in
Your consternation is
To
getting
think
everybody
that
all
you
riled
prefer
up.
him to me. Look at him. Aren't you ashamed of yourself yet?
This is what happens to you when.
You know, but I have to sneak on. I have to be on his videos to even get any any say at all. That's a lot of women have found that out. If they don't have that man sitting beside him, nobody's gonna pay any attention to him. I've been a single woman for many years, and nobody's paid any attention to me.
You've been a single woman all your life. You just happen to bleep a guy here, bleep a guy there, and have 4 kids. But you've always been a single woman. I mean, let's not kid each other, right? I've basically always been a single man because I marry women with children, not with them. Holy crap, when they show up, well, I thought you had 2 children. But now you've
But
got 4.
he could always rest assured that no matter what he did, people would still love him.
Well, and there's a reason for that.
Look at him. They will still love him. His hair is wild. He does so many things that would.
And I don't wear underwear anymore. You know why? It's
He
too
doesn't go to the
dangerous.
dentist. He don't go to the doctor. But you still, people still love him. Y'all still love him. But me, the old ranter here, no. I don't even know why you want me on your video. Well, he knows that nothing can ruin nothing can come between him and, you know, whatever he wants to do. I mean, he can reach out there and he don't even hardly have to lift a little finger. And he can charm people. Being a man.
Almost got the feeler, folks.
Look at
Did
him.
you
Look at
notice
the
that?
confidence he has. The absolute certainty that he will win the day. This is a man in all his glory. Me, I know I'm not going to win the day. I'm finally worn out. I'm going to quit. I've got to quit preaching and ranting and raving.
Why? That's
I'm tired. I'm tired of preaching, ranting, and raving. And besides, I've got to go on paper and do my memoirs. It's the last thing
That ought to be a big.
I've got to do. Oh, it'll be. Oh, great. Oh, yeah. It'll be neglected. You know, there's been many women wrote their memoirs. Men would go and fall into obscurity. But my goal is to write my memoirs so they can fall into obscurity, where nobody will ever hear of them again.
Well, I think
that
that's
is
a
my
great.
duty.
That's a great title. That's a great title.
That is what women do. They work, and then everything they do falls
You should
into
title this one,
obscurity.
My
and the men
Memoirs
go on
Falling into
obscurity. And then,
Don't read
but the
this,
men
folks.
know,
Don't read this because
and the
it
men
might
just
make
reach
you.
out there and go, and the woman falls into obscurity.
It's true.
Wow, guess what?
Happens all the
Oh
time.
my God, every man in history it didn't matter if he was a heroin addict, a druggie, an alcoholic, a booze hound, a crook, a criminal, a gunfighter, he is preserved in history.
Yeah, but the
he has
problem
his
is-
place.
the problem-
and all the women that they just fell into obscurity.
I've only got 2 of those attributes. One of them is I do
I'm
drink.
sorry, people. I've got some
and the
falling into
second one-
obscurity to do.
Oh,
I need to go fall some more into obscurity. Bye! Great
Oh,
man.
yes.
Great man.
may I wave goodbye to you all?